Hey everybody, it's LittleMissSunshine here, and today I'm not going to be recording a failed singing Vocaloid thing, but today I'm going to be talking serious. And by that I mean that there has been some crazy stuff going on in my school, and I thought I would address the situation to people like you that it might be happening to you right now, if you're like the bully, the victim, or something. So, what I want to talk about is bullying, cyberbullying, and who's really in the wrong here in my situation. So, at my school, it happened on May 8th, 2015, on a Friday. And on this day, there were 3 different fights that went on, but I think they're related in some way. So what happened in the first fight, which happened in the morning, was that 2 girls, who I'm going to give them fake-ish names, because these names are like kind of similar to their actual names. So the first girl who's involved in this fight is Danny. Danny is in the same grade and the same class as me, so we get along with each other and we are nice to each other, but we don't talk to each other that much because she's that popular girl and I'm me. And the other girl is I'll call her Kayla. So Kayla is in the grade lower than us by a year, and she's acting like she's all that and stuff, like saying, I will fight you, like she can. And she's this sassy person who thinks that she should be feared of, but honestly, if you met her, you wouldn't be scared of her. Okay, so before their fight started, Danny was, she wasn't threatening Kayla, but Kayla was threatening Danny. So what happened is that out of nowhere, Kayla, she insulted one of Danny's friends, who I'll call Jasmine. So Jasmine is also in the same grade as me, but we're not in the same class, and she's friends with Danny. Jasmine, she shouldn't really be made fun of, but because she has high metabolism and stuff like that. So, what Kayla did was she called Jasmine a squid, which is very insulting to call someone an animal, especially one that isn't really pleasant looking to many people. So Jasmine got offended, and she also cried because of this, because she did nothing to Kayla, but Kayla insulted her in front of her face. So Danny was really upset with this, and since she's really popular on social media too. So what happened is that she posted a picture of Kayla photoshopped on a dinosaur, and on Instagram, and this is to cheer up Jasmine and say that she shouldn't be taken seriously, and that she's on her side because she also wants to take back revenge on Kayla. So she posted this on her main account, which everyone saw, and even Kayla, and she got really mad. And I think this was the next day, and Kayla threatened Danny and said, I will fight you, to her face. And then the next day, everyone was expecting it now because she had said that. And so one of Danny's friends, who was a boy, and he was in the same grade as us, and I'll call him Keith, I guess. So Keith, he told us about Kayla threatening Danny, and how he said, like, I will fight her because she's trying to hurt Danny. So he was waiting for her in the morning, and he was going to fight her one-on-one to save Danny. But when Kayla showed up, she was with her friends, or one of her friends, and so she came to the lunchroom, and then went back outside. And Keith was too busy talking to us to realize, so we told her, hey, look, Kayla's there, and then he said, oh God, oh sugar. He didn't actually say oh sugar, I'm just trying to cover up curse words, but he said oh S word, and when Kayla went outside, he went after her, and also went outside. And then he came back inside. I think it was because he couldn't find her after that, or like he didn't want to fight her, but he came back inside. And so 20 minutes later, when we all went upstairs to the lockers, all of a sudden there's a fight between Danny and Kayla. So Kayla went up to Danny and pulled her hair. Danny responded by reaching her hand out to her face and grabbing her glasses. And then, because the 5th floor for filled of 7th grade was filled with people in the same grade as Kayla and people the same grade as me and Danny. So what happened is they started their fight closer to where our grade level people were. So people that were Danny's friends started to, were trying to break up the fight. One of Danny's friends and the person who was in the same grade as us, I'm now calling him Ethan. So Ethan, he pushed Kayla back when she tried to hurt Danny. And so another one of Ethan's friend pulled, Ethan and his friend pulled Kayla back, and another guy who was also Danny's friend, who I'll call Steven, held Danny back. And then the teacher came, the guidance counselor, and she was trying to break up the fight. But when Ethan tried to get involved, the teacher said, stop it, Ethan. And then people started calling Ethan a bad person, although he was trying to help Danny. And I would have been mad too, because that doesn't make sense to be called bad for just helping a friend. But anyways, the fight wouldn't stop even after the teacher came, so she blew her whistle. And this happened in front of my lockers. But I didn't notice it because the hallways are usually loud, and I assumed that there was no fight. But when she blew the whistle, I quickly turned around and I saw Danny and Kayla, and I instantly knew what was happening. Kayla had her glasses off, and because Danny had grabbed them, and they both were on the brink of crying. Ethan finally let go of Kayla, and Kayla lunged at Danny. But before she could hit her, Ethan's friend pulled her back again, and Kayla was punching and kicking in the air, trying to hurt her. And Danny, who was held back by Steven, was also trying to punch and kick her. So, if you were there, if you were in my situation, both of them didn't know how to fight. Kayla especially, and she's someone who threatens people by saying, I will fight you. But they both suck at fighting. So, I didn't take Kayla seriously anymore because, I never took her seriously in the first place. But now I really don't take her seriously because she claims she claims that she's some big bad person that will hurt you. And maybe people are scared because her mother is in the police force. and stuff like that. I would think that she would threaten people by saying she will fight them because she thought that her mother would be proud of her, but her mother's the police. And people, well, where I live, people are protesting against police brutality, but that's not my point here. So, what I find really confusing is that she thinks because she'll fight people and pick on them, that her mother will be proud. Her mother's a police woman. I don't think she'll be proud. She'll be more disappointed because a police's job is to serve justice. Their job is not to fight people unless you're some wrestler. Her mom wouldn't be proud. Her mom would be very disappointed that instead of resolving it like a mature person, she resorted to violence, which is the most childish thing you could ever do. Even for me personally, and I'm not mature yet, but I do honestly think that it's so foolish and so childish to be fighting people instead of resolving it maturely by speaking to them, hitting them on straightforward. Because I think if you're trying to fight people, that's just because you don't want to use words. It's because you know you'll lose because you use words. That you only resort to fighting. Anyway, so someone called in our assistant principal, and she took Kayla away, and now suddenly all of us who were huddling while they were fighting and like making a circle, were now huddling in front of Danny, who I think she was on the break of crying. And so the guidance counselor who blew the whistle took Danny away into her office, and the assistant principal took Kayla away into her office. Both of them skipped the rest of the day in school. Danny was in the guidance counselor's office, and I didn't know what she was doing, because the guidance counselor's office was in the library, and there was no reason for any of us to be in the library, so none of us knew what was happening. Kayla was discussing with the assistant principal and the principal, and later she had to write something in her notebook. Maybe it was an apology letter, maybe it was because she had to make up her work. It doesn't matter. Both of them were pulled out of class for the rest of the day. And I think, although people think of this fight as like something that's scary, I think of this as a valuable lesson. One of my friends, who was a boy, but we call him a girl because he doesn't hang out with boys. He hangs out with us girls, but that's not the point here. So he missed a fight because his locker was on the 4th floor, like the rest of his advisory. They were all in the same grade as us, but it's just we didn't have enough lockers for all the people in the grade, in our grade, and all the people in the grade lower. So they had to share lockers with the grade that's 2 years lower than us. So he missed the fight, and when he came up to the 5th floor, he instantly said, "Oh, damn, I missed the fight." But is that something we should really be proud of? Should we be cheering because of a fight? And should we be cheering for any fight at all instead of resolving it? So, I really don't pick a side in this fight. I hadn't told people about how I truly felt about this fight. But, what I want to say is that Both people in this fight are in fault, both Kayla and Danny. I mean, you people could pick a side, I could care less, but I honestly think that both of them are at fault here. I know if I shared any of my feelings that people in my grade would be against me and say but Kayla was at fault because we're not in the same grade, and I was in the same grade as Danny. I am more towards Danny's side, but after I learned what she had done, I lean towards neutral feelings against the fight. Both of them are at fault. Well, I'll start with Danny. I'll just start with Kayla. What she did was stupid and childish. First, she threatened Danny instead of confronting her face on, instead of telling her, "You're hurting my feelings," instead of telling her, "Why would you do that?" or questioning it, or even finding out the reasons why. But she just resorted to fights. She threatened her, saying, "I will fight you," and then she went up to her and fought her. Violence is not the answer to problems. Violence is only a distraction from the truth. So, well, I know one thing, is that I personally, in situations, I don't choose sides, and I know this. However, I do put someone to blame. But because I put someone to blame, that doesn't mean I've chose a side. In this situation, I would say that Kayla's the blame for this. Because she had insulted one of Danny's friends and one of my friends without any purpose. She insulted Jasmine, called her a squid, because she's expressing her feelings. But that's simply not something you should be doing. Even if you truly think that someone looks that way, that will only hurt them. We live in a world where everyone's so self-conscious about how they look, because people like Kayla would straight up tell them they look hideous. Jasmine, I thought Jasmine was one of the more prettier girls in our school. But I also think that every girl in the world, not just our school, is pretty. Even though I say that, I can't convince myself that I'm pretty. I don't think that I'm pretty, and although you guys try to say that, you have never seen it before. I have had people call me pretty, and I'm learning to accept that. I'm learning to accept that I'm pretty. But, moving on. So Kayla, she's done the wrong thing of insulting and bullying verbally Jasmine. What she also done so childish and so stupidly was picking a fight. I honestly think that she should have just threatened her and not do the fight. But she did. Instead of confronting Danny with words, she confronted her by pulling her hair. And that's really childish. Especially if it's the hair. And especially if you're trying to rip someone up instead of beating them. It's like you can't hit them with your fist because you're scared or something. Because I have a friend who has told me a story about how someone's bullying her friend. And those bullies once pulled the girl's hair out because of a guy, I think. And that's so plain stupid. I wouldn't even do that. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even do that to Danny. And the reason why I call out Danny is because we don't hate each other. We're nice to each other. I don't hold grudges against Danny, but there's this one thing that always pisses me off whenever anyone, even my friends, mention me and Danny, we like the same guy. I have been told this, and I already knew this before people told me. We like the same guy. So, the thing is, whenever my friends, they talk to Danny in front of me, because Danny's popular, and some of my friends are popular too, so they get along with each other. What pains me is that even when we're both around, all they can do is talk about how Danny and the boy we both like would be a couple instead, and they forget that I also like the person. It also happens when some of my friends pair up the guy I like with other girls who don't like him. I have this one friend who I don't consider a friend because I don't like her that much. And neither does the rest of the school. They don't like her that much, but I've learned to deal with it in a way, but I still don't like her any better. She paired up one of my friends with the guy I like. And I really wanted to run. Because the moment I walked up there, the first thing I heard was that I ship blank. And then, because you know how in shippings they usually have the girl's name and the guy's name fused together. So after she said, I support blank, comma, blank and blank. And I really wanted to push her and run away, but I didn't. I just walked away to my other friend's circle. Because I have a variety of friends, and they have their own little groups and little circles, so I walked away from that circle and talked to another circle. But nobody noticed that, and I really don't mind. Off topic. Anyways, so, yeah, even if it's because of some guy, I don't think you should be bullying other girls just because of that, or bullying other people just because of that. So, that's why I also think that Kayla was in the fault. But Danny was also in the fault. Because instead of resorting to talking to Kayla about why she's insulting Jasmine, she posted a picture. I know she was trying to be nice. She had good intentions, although they weren't really good. She was trying to cheer up Jasmine, because Jasmine was crying because of what Kayla had said about her. And Jasmine already had to deal with a lot of stuff in her class, and a lot of hurt. So, and Jasmine was also pretty popular too. But even popular people also face their own struggles. Danny was trying to do good and trying to cheer her up by showing her that she shouldn't be taking Kayla so seriously. But by posting a picture, she's also showing that Danny can't also be trusted seriously. To know that there's someone who just photoshops bullies and onto things that are not normally seen as attractive. It's really childish and foolish and stupid. Because the way she resorts to bullies is by being a bully herself. That's not how you solve world's problems. By being a bully to stop other bullies, it's stupid. It's funny because when I just said that, I was reminded of this manga that most of you probably haven't heard because it's not that famous, but I love it dear to my heart. It's called Fly High. So Fly High is about these middle schoolers. There's this group of middle schoolers that are like in the second year, so they're like a grade higher than the main character, who's like some like super girl who's like a fighter and stuff like that, and she does like really high jumps because she jumped from the school grounds to the school roof. Anyways, so she's fighting against this whole group of people in their second year, or people in the grade older than she is, who are people who run the school, and they could get people in their school to side with them. And they're basically the bullies of this school. And the reason why they're bullies is because one of the people who were in the group was bullied herself. And she left the school, and she didn't go to school. And then her group were so mad at this bully that they resorted to bullying him. And he also left the school. It's just stupid how in our generation we're more violent and we're more childish. We don't resort to words anymore. Our fists is our words, but they don't tell you much if the person is getting concussions from beatings. And it's stupid how the only way we could fight bullies is to be a bully ourselves and then claim we're not bullies. Yes, you are. If you're hurting someone, you're a bully. So I don't know why I chose to talk about this, but it was something on my mind. It was something I want to share with you guys. And stuff. Because I haven't talked to you guys in 2 weeks, and I don't want to keep doing like Vocaloid singing for very long, or for any episodes, because I don't think that that's really entertaining you guys, and I'm running out of things to sing. I will continue them in the future, hopefully, but I don't think I'll be doing them as regularly as I used to. And I wanted to bring up this serious thing to you guys and open your eyes, although I'm not very popular on YouTube, so I doubt that people will get this message, but I honestly do think that this experience has taught me, instead of being just another fight. I wanted this to be a little more serious, and I didn't want people to think that you could just fight others and get away with it. Because clearly both of them did not get away with it if they're doing it in the middle of a hallway with a group of people surrounding them. Yeah. I basically don't have anything else to say. If you like this video, please like, favorite, subscribe, and I'm messing up already. If you like this video, please like, favorite, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure that you comment down below about what you liked in this video. Although there's probably not much to like, because it's basically a PSA, public service announcement. What you liked about this video, and I will continue doing it in future videos. And also comment about what you disliked this video, if you have any, so I can make sure to change it and make it more suitable for you guys, so you're not like cringing every moment of it. If you, I'm trying to think, because I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know about my outros anymore. If you for some reason drew something or made something original for me, which I doubt because not a lot of people watch this, then please send it to me by social media or by my email in the description below. And yeah, everything that I've used is linked down below. All my social media, all my connections if you want to reach me. Yeah. So I hope this experience has taught you guys a little something, and maybe you could use this as something that you could do a protest on, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I'm running out of things to say. I'll see you guys in my next video, whatever it's gonna be. It's gonna be a surprise, really, because even I don't know. It's like it's like a piñata. You don't know what's inside, just like my videos. My channel is like the piñata itself. My videos are like the candy. You don't know where you're gonna, or whatever's inside a piñata, because you don't know where you're gonna get. You don't know where you're gonna see next video. You don't know what to expect, and that's like exciting. Hopefully in my next video I can like share good news, maybe, probably, because I do have some good news, but I can talk about it now. I'll save it for next video, or future videos. Anyways, enjoy this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for future videos and stuff like that. And this is LittleMissSunshine signing out. Bye!